Hello. Hi, Giga. The Andrew Sarkis mod? It's fine. I remember when it first came out, it was really broken for some reason. But, I mean, it's fine. Or at least I heard it was really broken when it came out. I don't really see it very often. If Alio is not S tier, I swear. Hi, Lightning. Well, you see, still kind of broken? I see. I don't know if Alio's gonna make it to S tier, Lightning. I can't make any promises. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna base the rules off of, but it's probably gonna be a mix of just combat viability and how fun they are to play. Like a mix of that. Because there are some that, you know, aren't great in combat, but are still fun anyway. So. But for the most part, it's going to be combat focused. But yeah. Hate to break it to you, but Alio ain't S tier. It's definitely not. It's, well, I guess we could start off with Alio. Let's see. Alio's great for combat if it's mega buffed, maybe. We're gonna put Alio. I'm here to watch this. Hi, Concavitus. C. I don't think it's really C tier. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think it has to go here. I don't think it's really that good into anything other than the Latins. And that's about it. I mean, yeah, that's about where it's gotta go. Tell me where Conk is ready. I'm gonna try. Alright, let's see. Well, I'm gonna go in order. I only did this because Lightning is over here complaining about Alio. And Alio's second anyway. Hi, Andrew. At least it ain't F tier, Lightning. No, it's not F tier. You'll see who's F tier later. Akila's gonna be A tier. Yeah, Akila is a solid A tier pick. It's got really good mobility and hi, Indominus, and it's got really good damage output. Its stam's also really good. It's pretty much got everything you need. We will be talking when I'm done with School S. Listen, this is based more on like combat and like the base stats, you know? This isn't based on how cool the dinosaur is. This is based on whether or not they can win a fight. And I'm sorry to say, but Alio, the only thing Alio can fight is flipping Latin and maybe Kentro, because Kentro is, you know what, we'll just put Kentro where it belongs right now. Because Kentro sucks now. It's so bad. It's so bad. I feel so bad for Kentro. It's so bad. Ay caramba. The health, turn rate, and bleed reflectide nerf all at once was just like flipping. It basically made it feel like Kentro was just bald now. It basically has no spikes. You crippled its legs, you cut off all its spines, and you re-released it into wild. It's just bad. It's so bad. It's poor Kentro. Aloe. Let's see, Aloe. I want to put Aloe. It's maybe a little bit weird, but I don't think Aloe. I think Aloe might be high A, low B tier. I think he's somewhere in between here. We'll put him B tier for now, and we'll change it as it goes. But I don't think Aloe is nearly as bad as people think. I know he's just very much. He's got a very simplistic kit, but he's basically just dependent on the pilot. Basically, if you're good enough, you can probably pretty effectively beat most things with Aloe. He's just kind of like dependent on the player more so than some of the other dinosaurs. Whereas some other dinosaurs are very straightforward to the point where they just run up and just face tank. I think if they got Hatchet Bite as a second bite slot, then it would probably be A tier. Just straight up, just high A tier. But without it, it's kind of just like it's good in the right. It's an all rounder. So he's not special at anything, but he's not like. I don't think he's bad. I just think he's kind of just like. He's there. He's good. He's all right. Aloe takes actual skill. Yeah, I think he's just like. I feel like he's. When you look at his kit, I feel like he's one of those dinosaurs that presents as very simplistic to learn, but also I feel like he's great for overall just learning. Like, I feel like Aloe is just a good dinosaur to progress the game with. I feel like Aloe would be just a great pick for someone new trying to start and just trying to learn simplistic, like a simplistic kit who can also grow. Because Aloe is just a dinosaur that I feel like can grow a lot. What's up, Bien? What's up, Brian? What's up, Andrew? Sarah's being not as strong as before. I don't know. I think let's rank the mods. I don't have the mods up right now, but I don't know how to get them here. I just looked up a basic flipping to your list, and Lightning just sent me a metal pipe bomb or a metal pipe. He's very upset I put Aleo D tier. I put it above Kentro, okay? Don't kill me, please. Mods would take a lot of time. Yeah, they would. I don't have interactions with all the mods. I've seen interactions with most of the dinosaurs here. I think Sarah's pretty good. I think the armor tail nerf hurt him a little bit, but the factor that you can go Thrash and Sarah is not C tier. The factor that you can go Thrash and Heavy Bite at the same time, which is like 200 damage, just like, well, actually no, they nerfed Thrash. It's like I think it's 90 now. Either way, I think it's either B or A tier. I lean more towards A tier just because I still see Sarah's do really, really well. But he does suffer from, he doesn't have the best turn radius, and he kind of just like, yeah, his turn radius ain't the best, so we're gonna put him in B tier. But overall, like, Sarah's great. Like, I feel like Sarah's really good. I don't know if he's above Aloe or below Aloe. I can't really. I'm trying to. I guess, yeah. We'll just put him below for now. I think Sarah's good. I think Sarah's really good. Yeah. I don't think. Aquila is just. It's just nutty. Conk is C tier. Conk is not C tier. Conk is not C tier. They gave it a decent damage buff, and for a semi-aquatic, it's not bad. I've seen some pretty nutty conks. Conk S, I wouldn't put Conk in S tier. I have a couple dinosaurs I already know are gonna be in S tier. I wouldn't put Conk in S tier though. As a Conk main, he is C tier, either C or B. I know, but I've seen BN, and yeah, I don't believe that. BN makes everything look correct though. I don't think he's S tier, but I don't think he's C tier either. Again, he's one of those dinosaurs where it's like he feels fine. See, the thing is with Concave is because it's semi-aquatic, it basically allows it to escape all the other like land terrestrial animals. So it's kind of like it has that option that just makes it a little bit safer than something like Sarah. But it's also way squishier, so I'm trying to figure out A or B. Conk B to A. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like somewhere in here, because Conk is like, I think like if Conk wasn't a semi-aquatic where it could go in the water, then I'd probably put it in like C or D. But like it has probably C. But with the just like the extra safety, it's probably a solid B tier, high B tier for me. I think it can hold itself, it can hold its own enough on land to be like in here, as well as just has the safety of being in water. And then I don't even know water combat that well. I know that I've seen Conks do some pretty craziness in the water combat, but I'm not sure. Dasp, we're just gonna put Dasp right here. Maybe I've heard people say he's super broken. I've heard a lot of people say he's like turbo broken right now. And that might be the case with the cooldown, because I think on the server I play, his bite cooldowns are nerfed, which might make him a little bit more manageable. But I know he's at least in between here. He's somewhere in here. He's either low S tier or high A tier. I'm leaning more towards. And then I can move these around as I please. I think I'm gonna put him higher A tier right now. I might move him to S tier as we further like diversify what these all are, but he's S plus. I don't know. I've seen like I don't know if it's just the DAS players I fight, but most of them don't do very well, unless they're fighting like an Apex or yeah, that's about it. And unless there's like multiples of them. I feel like maybe it's just because I'm used to fighting them solo, so that doesn't seem like much of a problem, but on their own they seem kind of okay. It's probably more of like on their own they're A, and then if you have like pairs or groups they're S type situation. Kind of like how Latin on its own, or Dynon, we'll say what Dynon. So Dynon on its own, like as its own, I would put it like D tier, like maybe E tier, which I don't even know why E tier exists, but it did exist. But it also depends on the player. It's another one of those dinosaurs where it's like it really just depends on the pilot. But I think that it's gonna be like this. I don't know. I feel like Latin's better. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the Latin is the more combat focused. This one's a little faster. It's less faster, it's squishier. This one's slower, but I think does more damage. I'm not sure. I just know that like they're kind of interchangeable. I'm not sure. This whole like the three of these guys, like Alio is supposed to beat these guys, right? Alio beats these guys, but like it's also a situation like if you know what you're doing against bigger target, like something like Allo, you could probably function. But I think it's probably more like here. I think they're kind of like here. I don't know. Again, the server I play on that I remember playing on, they were kind of like buffed a bunch, which made it a little easier. I think they're still D tier, honestly, though. Tier list stream, something different is always good. Dies because of spelling. I don't know. I want to put them below Alio just because I feel like Alio is better at fighting them, but like I also like I'm gonna be honest, like it really depends, because like if we're talking about group tactics, if we're just saying on its own, like what the dinosaur's capable of, this seems like right. But the moment we get into the situation where it's like multiple of these guys, like they get severely higher, like they become like C tier. So it's like I don't know, because like two of these guys, like yeah, it's just kind of like I don't know. These guys are severely dependent on tactics. Like, it's kind of like their whole thing. They can fight things when they're smaller, but... Have you seen Beaver's new mod teaser? I did. I actually sent a video to Lightning because I'm really excited about that. This is the little salamander. Based off the giant Japanese salamander that he's been, like, super, like, advocating for a bunch. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. Yeah, I don't know. These guys just do not seem good. Like, unless, like... Wait, it's a mod? Yeah, they're adding the... Yeah, they made it... Beaver made a teaser for it. Yeah. I think these aren't the best. These guys are kind of like... They can hold their... D tier is like... They could hold their own, but it's severely dependent on the pilot's capabilities, and they're not very straightforward to, like, pick. Like, if you put someone new on Latin, they're just gonna run straight into something and just die. They're just gonna die. Because they get one-shot by everything, right? And then... now, as soon as the Pounce update comes out, if they actually go through with this invulnerability Pounce update, they go straight up here. As soon as that happens, just straight up here, maybe, even like A tier, straight off the rip. But that's not in the game yet, so we're gonna put him here for now. Megalania is just kind of, yeah. Meg suffers from just mechanics diff, honestly. Its mechanics suck. Its special skill is that you drain stamina faster when you fight it. Damn, at least B tier. Sarah can pretty consistently destroy it. Concave can pretty much consistently destroy it, and I'm pretty sure in water it's the same way. It can't really, like... fight anything. Like it has a 300-second cooldown on its damage amp roar. That, like, okay, it's a pretty good one, but like a lot of other things like have shorter like a Kilobator, which is again A tier, 30-second roar that does, like, I think it's 10%, and then it's 30, and then it lasts the full 30 seconds. You can just spam it. Meg is just not very, it's not great. It suffers, it just needs a mechanics rework. They need to, first of all, I much preferred back when Meg reduced your stamina. I think that was way better for Meg. If they did that, gave it a tail attack, and then probably nerfed a little bit of its damage, because all those together would be a little annoying. But I think for the most part, like, it needs either its venom back or a tail attack or something. But it kind of sucks. It also is just, honestly, it kind of just doesn't do much in combat, and it's kind of just known for being the baby killer. It just goes around killing babies. That's all it can do. They need to severely, like, mega reducing stamina and getting armor tail. I don't think armor tail is really, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I just think the tail attack, you can't have a large lizard like Megalania not have a tail attack. It's just like, it's like having Aloe not have a claw attack. It just doesn't make sense at all. It's just like, and if it's like I don't know. It's just, it makes no sense to me. Venom should strain stamina again? I agree. It should. It really should. Metri. We are going to put Metri in C tier as well. Metri is not good on its own in combat at all. It kind of is like meh. It's pretty much only good. To be fair, all bar group calls have short cooldowns, but I get what you mean. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just not But Metri is just not very. It's pretty much only use is being a healer and running away. That's all I can really do. Which is easily countered by bleed. You pick even a Kilo. If you just get a Ripping Kick on something, Metri is useless. If you get a Concav, Ripping Kick, the healing's useless. The second health bar, the second health bar is nice into certain matchups. So like Serrato matchup, it's pretty nice. Megalania matchups is pretty nice. Alien matchups is pretty nice. But these are all 2 slots. All of these guys are 2 slots. All 3 of these. Actually, I think Meg got buffed to 3. I think. No, it didn't. It's still no. We got nerfed to 2 slot. Yeah. No, this guy is a 3 slot. He's supposed to be like the same strength capacity as something like Aloe or Dasp, and he's just not. He does 20 bite damage and I think 30 or 40 claw attack damage. He's just not. It's just not that good. He does like Deathbed New Era is closed. I see. They're adding Irritator. Yeah, there's a lot of mods coming out. But yeah, Metri is just kind of like, its only purpose is to just heal. And the damage reflect thing is not good on it. It doesn't do anything. At least whenever I fight them, it does nothing to me. It does no damage. All the servers I go on, Giga buff his damage. They give him like, I think they change out Bite to do 50 and then Claw Attack to do 75. That makes him feel fine. He feels fine when they do that. But, or maybe not 75. I think they do it to 60. I think they do 40-60. I can't remember. But like he's just not very good in terms of just like, you know, it ain't good when Tail Attack does the same damage as Bite. Exactly. It's just not good. It's just kind of it just suffers a lot from just because it has the healing thing, which has some good value when paired with other dinosaurs. It just sucks on its own, and it sucks like base. For Metri to be good, first of all, Bite should not be doing 20 damage. I don't think that's a fair thing to do to something like Metri. Either buff Bite, and at a minimum, they need to give Metri the lamb treatment with the calls. Buff his bite damage, just something, just a little bit. Even like 35, like that extra like 10, 15 damage on bite, so it's not just claw attack but in your face. Like would really help the guy. Or you make him, if you really want to make it to where he's just a full-on healer and people are punished for focusing him, which is not what you do with a healer at all. You're supposed to punish the healer to like for combat. That's how that's supposed to work. But if they really want to do that route, which is not a great idea, they could buff the Putrid Hide, but I don't think that's the right way to go. I don't think you should ever, I don't know. If you can't give healers too much defense, because if you do, it just makes it impossible to like focus them, because they're the ones, you know, making sure the team stays alive. So I gotta go now because my internet's dying. So yeah, bye Concavitus. Tarbo is the same size as base game. Tarbosaurus is. I'm not. My brain. I'm not gonna get into all the tyrant lizards. You know it ain't good. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not good. Like, in a group, which is why I'm putting in C tier. It's pretty alright to have because it's a healer and you know that helps a lot with its viability. But like, it just sucks if it's on its own. It really needs some help. It's not as bad as these guys on their own. This guy's still decent on his own compared to Latin and Kentro. I might put him higher D tier, or I don't know. It just feels like he's missing something, and I think it's just like the heal calls and maybe a little bit more damage. Pycno is low. No, I don't know. Where do we put Pycno? What do y'all think about Pycno? I want to say B tier, but I don't think that's right. I feel like he's a little higher than that, but I'm not sure. What do y'all think in chat? What do you think? B tier, A tier, F tier? I don't think he's F tier. I played Picno the other day on he's not F tier. The mic is about to. I don't think he's F tier. He's not nearly as bad as Kenshiro is. Oh wait, but I also forget the shock. Okay, so maybe more close to C tier. C tier. I forget that they can't do the shotgun charge anymore. You actually have to wind it up for like 5 seconds to get any damage off on it. Yeah, the server I play on, they buffed the charge damage, so it feels like that's not as much of an issue. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna put him in C tier. Yeah, I think C tier is fine. He doesn't have the best mobility, but it's not bad. Stamina's not bad. His damage is kind of lackluster, though. It used to be pretty good, but then they nerfed the way charge works, which was it was warranted, but they just straight up nerfed it. They didn't give it like, okay, well, you have to actually charge up the damage on the charge attacks, but here's an extra 30 damage at the end as a cap max capacity damage thing as compensation. So like on average you should get. No, they just didn't do that. The server I play on, they did that, but not on officials. So he's kind of just like on the server I play on. I'd probably place him like B tier, but like in general he's probably like C, maybe high D, probably C tier. You think F tier beyond? Why do you think F tier beyond? The ant got a walk and trot animate. Yeah, I saw that, the new mod. I'm being DM'd. Who is? Oh, it's just another server. Hold on, my mic is. There you go. Yeah, I think this is right spot for a pick now, especially with the way charges work now. Sarko, A tier. I don't think I need I don't really think I need to explain that. 210 damage, just off of one ability, plus ambush, plus grab. It pretty much stomps most of the small guys. S tier. I'm not opposed to putting him in high A tier or S tier. Then again, he's the only thing that can fight Anno, so S tier. Yep, we're gonna put him in S tier just because he can fight Anno. No, Sarko is really good. He's pretty much where he needs to be though. I don't have an issue being him being where he is because the entire niche of the crocodile is just sitting at the water waiting and then ambushing something, and I think he's good with that. I feel like he could use maybe a slight nerf, maybe, just so like it's less even. I don't know, like if it's on land, I guess it's pretty it's pretty even if it's on land off rip, but I feel like it should be a little bit more in favor for the other things if it's fighting if it's on land, because it's, you know, but it's pretty much got pretty even matchups on land, like without the ambush, and then like with ambush it just kind of obliterates, unless it's an Apex. No what? No nerf or no S tier? I'm lost. 490 HP. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he has some pretty low HP. I'm just trying to think, like, what they could do to him. He just has pretty even matchups, even when he doesn't get his, like, ambush charge off. Which he's pretty much always going to get off. That or the clamp. So I don't know. But yeah, he's probably one of the best right now. At least, at most he's S tier, at least he's A tier. Spino! I don't really see Spino no more. This is a Spino, this is Spino, not Suko. Suko is solid A tier, yeah. Suko is here. Somewhere in here. I don't think Suko is B tier. Suko is basically Aloe, but it can be semi-aquatic. And is a lot more defensive. I think it's just kind of like, it feels that kind of like, it doesn't have bleed, but it has better stam than Aloe, it has better defense than Aloe, it has better damage than Aloe. I think the turn radius is the only thing that makes it worse, which is really important in some matchups, but for the most part, it's just kind of like better Aloe, at least on land, minus turn radius. Which is what allows stuff like Aloe to fight it, but for the most part, like, it also is semi-aquatic, so it can go into the water to hide. Claw Barrage on Suko does 88 damage when fully stacked. 88! Its normal Claw Duck does 5, which is terrible, but the Claw Barrage, 88 damage. Do you know how much damage that is? Like, on a spammable ability like Claw Barrage, it is some insane damage. Like, seriously insane damage. Like, Suko is super good. Like absurdly good. Yeah, Suko is great. He's a lot of fun. He's also got a very simple kit where you just bite, claw attack, tail attack, stomp. And the stomp is pretty good. Does 120 damage, I believe. So yeah, Suko is really stable, really good spot right now. Really strong. I want to say he's stronger than Dasp, but I don't know because a lot of people, from what I hear, from what I've seen, Dasp is apparently really strong. I don't really like. I don't know. Whenever I see Dasps, they kind of just die a lot, but I think that's mainly just because I'm seeing solo Dasps and not like big group Dasps where they can, one bone breaks, the other gets the double bite off, and then you lose all your HP, because that's what I've heard is the broken part. You get bone broken by one, and then the other one runs the two highest damaging abilities, and you can use them at the same time. Like, you can use one and then immediately use the other, and that's how it's broken. I learned that Quetz has Suko into the water, and Airborne Quetz fell for the trap twice. In case you haven't noticed, you fell right into my trap. Yeah, Suko's really good. I think Suko's really good. Spino. I don't know. Apexes in general, for me, are not fun. I don't enjoy playing them. They're slow. They're just not, like, the best. But in terms of, like, what they're capable of and, like, combat and stuff, like, I'm not sure where I want to put Spino. Like, at all. I don't see as many people run Spino anymore. But that's because I play on modded servers where everyone runs PT, Rex, and Acro. I see some Spinos. What do we think? High, A, low, S? Yeah, I'm not opposed to, like, I don't think he's S tier at all. Maybe he is S tier. Let me think for a second. He does have the highest some of the highest tail attack damage in the game. And some decent range. And he's hella tanky. He's just really slow. But doesn't he also have really good ult turn too? I don't know, like, what it is with Spino and EO having some of the best, like, ult turn. Like, Rex has terrible ult turn, but no S. No S? Where do you think then, man? Or are you saying no, he belongs in S? A to B. Oh, you're saying A to B. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking he's somewhere like he's definitely not bad at all. But I'm trying to figure out like where in this good range he belongs. And I think I'm gonna put him in the middle of A tier for now. I think I'm gonna put him in the middle of A tier. I think that's where I think he feels fine there. Because he's semi-aquatic, which automatically gives him safety options, but he's really slow and really terrible stam. So he's not the best on land. He's just like a walking hitbox on land. With some decent attacks. Just because it's an Apex doesn't mean it's an S tier. I don't think any of the Apexes... Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't think any of the base Apexes are S tier. The modded ones, some of the modded... Almost all the modded ones are like S+. They're all really broken. Spino is probably the closest. Spino and E are probably the closest I will say to S tier. But they're not S tier. They're like high A. As much as I don't like as much as EO is annoying a little bit, I don't think it's S tier. But I still think EO is like here, honestly. I think it's really good. I think it's good. Its turn radius is really good, but it's also like, I mean, two people can. I know the mic. I'm sorry, guys. Two mid tiers can still kill it pretty effectively. 2 3 slots or a 3 slot and a 2 slot can pretty effectively kill EO. If they know what they're doing, which is about what you would expect. So I don't think EO is more than A tier. EO is S++. I don't really think it is at all. I don't think EO is S at all, especially with the shotgun charge changes where the EO can't insta charge to do the damage. Like, you have to get the full force of it. Like, I just don't think. I think it's just A tier right now. I think it's fine. Rex. Eh. Either B or C. I'm thinking C. Problem with Rex is, from what I hear, is that it's really good into other Apexes, and that's about it. That's all I can really do, is fight other Apexes. It's got really bad turn radius, really terrible stam. The stam needs some changing. It's terrible. And it's just worse. Like, the bone breaks are fine, but I don't know why. I don't understand why they gave it the way they did its bone breaks. I want to place it above Metri because I think it's better than. Or we'll change these. We'll move things around in here, but I know it's like C tier. Problem with Rex is that it just has terrible stam. It's got 2 different bone break abilities that are both like basically the same. They aren't really that like different. I feel like what they should have done is had the fast like ability one where you don't hold it down for the bone break be the high bone break, low damage, and then have the charge one just have a lot of damage but low bone break. Iggy. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got a few more to go through. But yeah, I don't think Rex is that great. And maybe just make Phase Tank a passive on it. Honestly. I don't know. Either just like, I don't know, the charge bite and then the delayed bite are just both like, so, they're just the same, but you just are trying to determine. You skipped to Eotrike? It's because I was talking about Eotrike. That's because what do you mean we were getting there? We're getting there when we get there. But no, Rex just needs, the bone break bites need some differentiation, the stam needs some changes. Honestly, I think a model TLC, the model looks fine, but it just looks like a bigger DASP. Like, straight up, it just looks like DASP, but big. I mean, look at this. Like, it's just big DASP. Which is why a lot of people, like go for the modded version, which is significantly more strong than the base. But Alberta. We're gonna put Alberta. I'm gonna put Alberta. I think a solid A tier, at least. I think it's at least A tier. S tier. S2. We got 2 S tiers. I wouldn't say S tier. It is buffed a little bit on quite a few servers, mainly turn radius and a little bit of damage, which I don't know why, but I think it's still A tier. I think it's low A tier, maybe high B tier. Put in an A for Alberta. I mean, that's basically what I'm about to do. It just, again, the shotgun charge nerfs really hurt it, and it just doesn't have the best turn radius. But it's still good. I think it's still really good. I think it's either high A or it's either low A or high B for me. We have a lot of A tiers, honestly. I might put it in. No, I'll just put in A for Alberta. I guess we'll keep it there. We'll keep it at the bottom with A tier. A mark is viable. Is viable. A mark is viable. These ones are just like we're not in the game yet, so we're not putting them. A mark is viable. It's not bad anymore. It's pretty good. Damage reflector mark is pretty good. Lone survivor, you know, it's got some good builds. No, you don't think it's A? It's D. You think it's D? It is not D tier. It is nowhere near D tier. Nowhere near. If they go the damage reflect thing, the damage reflect subspecies, it's pretty good. I don't think a mark is bad at all. You can use stop while moving on a mark. It's the only dinosaur you can do that on. E to C tier? I don't think it's C tier. I think it's B tier. I think a mark is in a pretty fine spot right now. I think a mark though. Here's the thing with a mark though. Its subspecies really dictates where it is. The defense subspecies, which is what this is portraying, I would probably put in C or D tier. But the damage reflect one, I put in B tier. Because that is actually genuinely the good subspecies. It's genuinely hard to deal with the bleed damage reflect on a mark. Because it does quite a bit of damage. They'd have to really buff the subspecies for defense to mark. For that to be hard. But mark, if you go with what you're supposed to go on a mark is B tier, a mark is good. Anno! We all know how I feel about Anno. You know what? Can I just do a quick little, can I like add a row above? There we go. We're just gonna put this Anno. Just for Anno. Just for Anno. This is the AKA please nerf now tier. This is the please nerf now tier. This is the get this out of my sights. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's just what do you do? How do you fight Anno? How do you play as Anno? Okay, so here's the game plan. We're gonna crouch and spam AoE abilities. Yay. I don't like it at all. It needs some. I was fine. I would have probably still put it in S tier or A tier with the before they got rid of the you could knock it out of Hunger Down with knockback abilities. It was like probably solid A tier even with that. They got rid of that. Just straight up back up to S tier. Like over plus S tier. Like just super good. I get this thing out of here. Nerf it to the ground. I don't know. Do something to it. Bars Bolia. We're gonna put bars in C tier. I don't play Anno. Wes. That's the thing you don't. Yeah, I'm not playing Anno. Hell no. Bars, C tier. Maybe upper C tier. Just kind of like very telegraphed attacks. Again, here's the thing though. Playing into the C tier Apexes is actually a lot more fun than playing into the A tier ones, because their attacks and the turn radius are actually, like, they feel like what you would expect out of an Apex. Big, slow, immobile, telegraphed attacks. They basically, like, that's what you would expect, you know? You can clearly bait out the, what's it called? Bars Boldia's tail attack, and then go in for an attack. You know, the Rex, just really bad turn radius, you know? So it feels like, you know... And then if a Rex lands a hit on you, you're just screwed, right? Because you get bone broken. But these guys feel less like that's less of an issue for them because they have good turn radius. And Spino just... The only place you can hit it is this hip right here. Because if you go behind it, massive damage on the tail attack. If you go in front of it, well... damage. It's literally just this little square right here. It's the only spot you can go for damage. Whereas the Rex, you can pretty confidently like get behind it something smaller and still dodge the tail attack and get to the sides. You can get directly underneath it if you're small enough, because you can dodge that. But yeah. And then same with bars. You know, pretty telegraphed tail attack, but I think it's C tier. But it's a lot more fun fighting these guys than it is fighting these two. So, Campto. We're gonna put Campto here. It kind of is just a support dino. Kind of. It has some decent support stuff, but nothing too scary. I don't think it's S tier. I know it can do some pretty nasty buffs for its teammates, but on its own it's pretty bad. It pretty much just runs away. And I think Struthy is just kind of a better Campto. Like, genuinely. Not by much, but I think it is. Especially when the Struthy TLC comes out. I think Struthy, when the Struthy TLC comes out, it's going to be like solid B tier. Maybe C tier. No, probably B. I don't know. These guys kind of just run. That's all they do, is they run away. You can't kill them, which is fine. But, like, they just kind of run around. 2 times damage. Yeah, again, like, Campto can do some pretty nice things when it's buffed, when it's screwed in a group with something, and do some nice buffs. But so can Metri, and Metri is C tier. Metri can give you a second health bar. And we put it there because it's pretty much just a walking, it just doesn't do anything on its own unless other than heal people. Campto is the same way. It doesn't do anything other than give a slight damage. It gives a good damage boost to its allies. I guess we could put it like the upper D tier, but I feel like Aelio's still getting into it. I don't remember what Struthiel does. I think it's a bunch of movement speed buffs. I can't remember. I don't really see Struthies. They kind of just run around and die. Well, they don't even really die. They just run around. And then somebody tries to grab them when they drink water, and then they die. Yeah, they don't really do much of anything. These two just kind of run around. Yeah, I don't think they're very good. Dina Kairos. Another A tier Apex. I think Duck is just good. I have no complaints about it. I don't have any, like, it's just good. It's just a good ape. It's just good. I think it's good. It's A or B tier. What are y'all thinking? No? No, you don't like it in A tier? S tier? S plus plus. I don't see a lot of ducks, so I don't really know where to like. I mean, they seem good. What makes you want to put it in S tier? It is kind of probably better than Spino, I guess. It's definitely above there. Because Spino just is the less mobile duck. And they have similar things, but I think duck doesn't have... Although duck does have a lot of defense. The defense calls. Maybe the top of A tier, I think is where I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it 95 damage. Well, on what? It's tail attack or claw attack? Because there's no way it's 95 on the tail. That would be absurd. Is it on the tail, or are you talking about the claw attack? Claw attack? Okay, that makes more sense then, yeah. I mean, that's fine. Rex does 80 on his bite. I mean, the extra 15 is quite a lot, but... I still think he's like... I don't think he's S tier. He might be a little close to S tier. But he's just like high A tier. I don't know, I don't see a lot of ducks. How much is the defense call on them again? Isn't it like 30% or something? Or no, it's like 65, isn't it? Hold up. Let me Can someone tell me what the defense boost on Dinakaris is? Like how much? And how long it lasts? And the cooldown? Because I can't remember if it was what it is. 20 to 25%. Okay, that's about what I was originally thinking. How long does it last? Because if it's spammable, 1 minute, and how long is the cooldown? Actually, I think I can just look this up. I can actually, hold on, let me see if I can look it up on my phone. I can go to the website that, let's see. 3 minutes, Google. Path of Titans Wiki. Five minutes. Dang, I can't get the stuff. Wiki. Path of Titans. Herbivores. Where's Dinakaris? Dinakaris. No, I don't want the picture. I want the actual article on it. Herbivores. Hi, Glow. I'm trying to figure out. Alright. Dinakaris. Where's the ability list? Here we go. Claw attack doesn't do 95 damage, man. It does 60. According to the wiki. And it's 15% for 20 seconds. At least that's what the wiki says. Yeah. It's 60 damage on claw attack and then it's 15% damage reduction for 20. It's hiss. Which, I don't even know what the cooldown of hiss is, but considering it's 20 seconds, I'm guessing it's pretty spammable. Yeah, I don't think Duck is nearly as, yeah, like I said, I think it's in A tier. It's fine. Like, it's good. But I don't think it's S tier. I don't think it deserves S tier. And its tail attack, I think, did 20 or 30. I didn't check. You have to remember, when you're testing the damage values of a dinosaur, you have to test it against the same of its own combat weight. Oh, A. Yeah. Iggy. E tier? Maybe? Although, we're gonna place it maybe in C tier. I would have placed it A tier before the nerfs, but the nerfs kind of hit it pretty hard, so it's probably upper C tier. I think they just nerfed its combat weight too much. I think the nerf, like, if they had met it in the middle, 4,500, I think that would have been fine. Placed it in B tier around where Aloe is, and it would have been better. But they buffed Aloe, and then they gutted the combat weight on Iggy, so it went from like a solid A tier staple to just straight to C tier. And then Aloe went, like, whatever. I don't think Iggy's great. It's better than Aleo, but it's not great. Maybe like up here. Not sure. We'll move like the guys in these in a second, but Lamb is A. I don't really see any like. Lamb is just good. It's very good. I don't see any issues with it. Not C tier. It is C tier. You have to remember, on most servers, it is buffed back to its previous state. It's pretty much most of the servers I see, they pretty much revert the nerf that just happened to it, where it was A tier. But in general, it's probably like C tier now. It just went from like 1,000 combo weight is a lot to lose, like quite a lot. It still can fight things, but it's just not like not as effective. Packy. Don't know where I want to push Packy. Like, genuinely. I'm feeling D tier, but not sure. Packy's E. Yeah, Packy is kinda. Maybe it's the one time I'll actually use E tier. It just kinda like meh. Not very good. I don't know. The charge changes made it to where charge and kick are basically interchangeable now. Like, literally, they do the same damage, they do the same knockback, but charge makes you faster and kick is just instant charge. It's just kind of like, which I guess is fine, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Doesn't feel very good. I feel like Aleo can pretty consistently just obliterate it. So. Stego. Another B tier. I think Stego's pretty much perfectly where it should be. Just good dinosaur. Has some pretty easy and like, or not easy, but like it has some decent counterplay where you can kind of just try to wait out the tail. The head's decently vulnerable if the Stego messes up. Has probably the right amount of stats. Doesn't feel like it really needs like any more of anything. It has a bad turn radius unless you go the turn radius thing where you have to stand still to use it, which is what I feel like. You know, like the bigger, like these guys should have, if they're gonna like do that, is that you should have to have a Goon ability that buffs it. I guess. I don't know. And you get punished for moving. Yeah, I think Stego's fine. I think Stego's B tier, and it honestly is where it should be. Like, feels very, very like fair. Like, I don't really have anything else to say about it. Styraco. I think it's C tier or D tier. I don't know. It just kind of like, I don't know. I don't see Styracos at all. I only see Albertos when I see the small guys. And when I do stay Styracos, they kind of just die. They get obliterated instantly. The shotgun charge hurt them a lot. They don't have the best turn radius. I guess they have some decent stam, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like they're that great. And they don't have a back kick, so they get tail ridden really easily. The only thing that they have is going for them is damage, which is, they've got some decent damage, but I don't think it's very good. B minus. I don't know. Maybe B. It's either B or C tier for me. Either B or C. I genuinely don't know where to put in between there. B. Place it at the very bottom of B tier. Like the very bottom. I think we'll reorganize them at the end, but for now it's very B. Very bottom of B. It'll pretty much always stay there. Hats! I generally don't know where to place them. Got some decent stealing of small guys, which I guess puts him above D tier, because he can pretty consistently do that unless you body block. Although Latins and Denons just pounce once and you're screwed. Can't really face tank anything. Peck Barrage is pretty good. Piercing's pretty good, but not enough to put it into A tier. It's got some pretty easy counterplay. Just stand in front of it when it tries to take off and it's just dead. I don't think it's S tier at all. I think it's B. It got some nice buffs that it kind of deserved, but I think it's B tier. It's fine. It exists. It's pretty good at its job of bullying the small guys, except for ones that can pounce it. I guess, yeah. It's not great. It probably needs some slight adjustments, but yeah. It's fine. It's not great. It could be better, but it doesn't really need to be. I don't really see Hats as killing anything other than like really small guys, like flipping, I don't know, grabbing things and killing them. And when they try to fight something their size, they kind of just get killed. I think he's also like low B tier, maybe C tier. A to S, I don't think he's A to S at all. I don't think he's great at all. I think he's okay. I think he's like, I want to say he's worse than Styraco, but it kinda is. Max thing it can grab is Packy. Yeah, I pretty much can only grab like these guys, like this low end. And Peck Barrage ain't great. I mean, here's the thing. The reason I'm not going to put it in C tier, the only reason I'm not putting it in C tier, is because it flies away. It can fly away, and it can get to safety and regen, and then go back into a fight, and then fly away. But again, there's a way to counter that that's pretty easy where you just stand in front of it. I might put him upper C, actually, because you can kind of just stand in front of him. I think the only things that, like, can't, like, the things that it would, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see it really doing anything, like, too fancy or great. I know they buffed it recently, and honestly, fair buff for it, because it needed it, but... Foul! Max grab Alio? Max grab Alio? Hold on, we'll check here. Here's what we'll do. Let me look this up again. Go back. Go back. Well, I'm not gonna go on the wiki and see what the biggest thing you can pick up is. I'm gonna go to carnivores. Oh, there's hats right there. Perfect. Alright, what's the biggest thing hats can pick up? Clamp. Doesn't tell me. Alio's 2000 combo. Alio's not 2000, it's 2100. Alio's 2100. Yeah, it doesn't say. The wiki doesn't say. Oh well. I tried. But you know, Alio's 2100. Because it got nerfed from 3000 to 2600. Then it got nerfed again from 2600 to 2100. They nerfed it by 400 and then 500 combat weight. So yeah. Or at least I think that's what they did. Now I'm trying to remember. I know the 2600 was nerfed to 2100, but I can't remember if it was at 3000 at one point. I feel like it was. Yeah. Grab 2150 combat weight. Is that base or is that like, cause like different servers do different things. And there's like something like making a static sound. I'm not sure. I still even think if the biggest thing you can grab is Alio, it's just like that doesn't really change much. Foul. I don't ever see these guys do anything. Other than maybe bully hats is in the air. I don't ever see these guys like do anything but die. Like actually. I don't think I've seen a like I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a foul do anything other than die. And I just can't. I don't think I've ever seen a foul do anything other than die. Okay, I don't know what keeps causing this static sound effect. I don't know if y'all can hear that too, but it's driving me bonkers. I've never seen a foul do anything other than the die. Like I'm literally like trying to like cycle through anytime I've seen a foul, and I've seen it fly up to something, spam the one call, or run up to something that's sleeping. I start attacking it, the thing gets up, and then when as it's flying away, like it dies, or it just dies while mid attacking something in the air. I don't know. I've never seen foul really do anything other than die, like legitimately. Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna try and fix this this thing. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. I just muted the site, so hopefully that'll fix it. Yeah, F tier, honestly, yeah, that's fair. I'm fine with putting it there. I've seen it do nothing but die. Literally. I've seen Thal do nothing but die. Like, I've literally just nothing else. Ramp. Where do I put ramp? I'm thinking it's with the other small guys in D tier. As much as I would want to put it in F tier, I think I can't deny any longer that the turn radius nerf that you can do plus the bleed is not bad. It's not terrible, but it's still not really that great. I don't think ramp is that good. S tier, I don't think ramp is S tier, and I don't think ramp is A tier. I think it's just not good. Like, it's not, it's like, it's just kind of like, its whole purpose is to just scream. And latch onto things, and it's just kind of like, it's just not great. Yeah, I don't know. E tier? I'm fine with E tier. E tier is probably fine. It's kind of just, yeah. I think that's the first time I actually used second time I've used E tier. And honestly, I'm fine with that. It's better, I mean, it's better than Kenshiro. It's better than Kenshiro. Kenshiro just walking dead, it just dies. I mean, maybe not better. No, it is better than Kenshiro. It's one slot. It supplies some okay buffs to allies. They're not that great. They're worse than Campto in terms of buffs. And they're worse than Metri as well. The only advantage it has is that it flies. But you have to really put yourself in danger to get buffs. Just kind of... Kenshiro's ground beef, yeah. Yeah, I don't think ramp is great. At all. It's semi-usable in some situations, but for the most part it's not great. Last two. I haven't played either of these, so I'm gonna need the chatters on this one. Where are we going? I've never seen a Uranosaurus, and I've only seen a Koikia maybe thrice, and I've never dealt with them in combat, ever. So, chatters is up to you. Where are we putting the fish? Eat which fish? We're starting with this one. We're starting with the swordfish. Swordfish is E, A, S tier. Both are E tier. Both are E. BN saying S or A tier for the swordfish. Alright, we need some other votes. What other things are we getting? I'm getting very, very polarizing opinions. I'm getting the fish is the best thing in the game, and I'm getting the fish is the worst thing in the game. I need some clarification. You gotta argue your sides, guys. I can't just like. What do I do with that? Place it in the middle? Where in the middle? Like. Argue your points, because I'm getting S and F tier, S and E tier. I don't know. Well, you can't say E tier and then say I don't know why. You can't just say it's bad and not tell me why. Now you say C. Alright, BN. Why is the fish S tier? Why is fish S tier? Why is the swordfish S tier? Because Andrew's argument is I don't know. Ay caramba. They're strictly for the water. Okay, but that doesn't mean they can't be good in the water. Bleed. A lot of bleed, a little bleed. I'm just gonna have to look up their abilities. I can remember. I'm looking up their abilities. Give me a minute, chat. Aquatic. Alright. Arenasaurus. Let's see how much damage this stuff does. So, Arenasaurus. Bite, 40 plus 0.2 bleed. Thrash, 10 plus 0.2 bleed. Both are on the head slot. Lunge, forward when in water. Front limb, streamlined. Pounce. Oh, I forgot the fish has pounced. You're doing chat's work. I have to see what this thing can even do. Because I've never seen a Uranosaurus. No one plays it. I'm getting redirected to another site because I can't click on the X on the advert. Tail fan, boosts speed. It has tail attack? Why? So it stacks speed with other Uranosauruses and lashes on the things and bleeds them. Well, that's not terrible. What's its combat weight? Do we have any stats for it? See some stats for it. Some generic stats, come on. Where are the stats? Come on. Dinosaur stats. What's its combat weight like? Because it does 40 damage plus some bleed and 10 damage plus more bleed. I want to see its combat weight. I know it's fast. Like, it's very fast. But I want to see its combat weight in health. Well, I want to sort by name. Here we go. 600 health and 3000 combat weight, which puts it about the same as Dasp. A little less than Dasp. Closer to, like, Metri. It's tankier than Sarah. And then its heal speed is really good. Group slots. It's a 2 slot too? A 3000 combat weight? 600 HP 2 slot? Okay. I'll say that's probably at least A tier. The stats from what I can see, I know it's fast. I know it's very fast. 2 slot with 3k combat weight, 600 HP, and decent damage. Not the best, but decent damage. I'd say it's A tier. It looks like it's A tier based on the stats I see. I need to see its stam actually before I do anything. I can't see stam. Is it down here? Well, at least now I can see the speed stuff. Rhinosaurus in water is... It doesn't tell me there. That's because the swim speed is here. Okay, so 700, which compared to Koekia, it's faster than the Koekia. Oh, it's way faster than the Koekia. 700 base, 1100 sprinting, and Koekia is 900. So yeah, it's way faster. What's the stam drain like? Sprint, swim, stam drain. 0.6. We're gonna take Koekia. Also 0.6, so they're about the same. Okay, well, I'm putting it in A tier. And I want to look at Koekia. I think I know what Koekia does for the most part, I think. But let me just double check. Koekia has how much combat weight? Has, come on, 4,000 combat weight. It's a little bit tankier. It's slower. What about its abilities? I got a bite that does 40 damage. And that's it. Oh, it's got a. Oh wait, no, it's got a barrel that does 60 damage. Where are we putting Koikia? Where are we putting Koikia, chat? I'm thinking B tier based on the stats I've seen. I feel like Arena would just like dash onto it, pounce it with bleed, and just obliterate it. It's faster than it. And Koikia has a really big head hitbox because it's got a long neck, which I'm assuming is a part of the head hitbox. Whereas Areno also has a pretty big head hitbox because of its nose. So I guess they're probably both A tier. Koikia also has a smaller tail, so they're probably both okay, I guess. They're probably both A in the water. It probably can beat Gonk and stuff. What do we think? I need an opinion. I don't play aquatics. Someone tell me where I should place Koikia. F? F? This is very polarizing. Is it that much worse than the fish? POV most hardcore tier list? I'm trying. I just don't know. I haven't played the aquatics, so I'm trying to like find stats and stuff. You think it's F tier? Is it not able to kill anything in the water? Well, I guess probably not. Unless it strictly stays in the water. At least Ureno can pounce and still do damage. And has bleed. I'm gonna place him in E tier. Yeah, I'll place him in E tier. Cause like, I feel like it's not terrible in water. I feel like, but like, I don't know. Like, probably just gets obliterated by everything. I don't know. I've never really seen one fight anything actually, or win. I don't see anyone play the fish either. I don't know. The aquatics are a mess. But yeah, I guess this is the tier list. Let me go ahead and move some things around. Alright, who in A tier do we think is the best A tier creature? Out of these guys, who do we think is the best A tier? I'm thinking it's probably Spino. I do not think Spino's the best of the A tiers. Suko. Okay, Andrew, we got your vote. Please stop spamming. Oh wait, I forgot to activate the night pot. 1 second, guys. Okay, we're back. I forgot to activate Nightbot. Andrew, stop spamming. Suko? Okay, so we have 2 people saying Suko. And I kind of also agree. I think it's Suko. Alright, who's second? Who do we think is second? I'm thinking it's Dasp. It's either Dasp or it's, either Dasp, Lamb, or Duck. It's one of these 3. What are we thinking? Or maybe we have a different pick. We already placed Suko at the beginning. We're going to do second place here. Or maybe it's Alberta. I don't know. Let's put I actually think I'm gonna put Lamb second. Then Dasp's third. I think these are all really good picks. I think all three of these guys are really good. Then we'll put... I think I like the way these three are. Duck, Eo, Trike, and Spino. Because Duck is just a bit better on land than Spino is. So it's got a little bit more viability there. Yeah, I think A is good. What do you think, chat? Is A good to y'all? Are we good with how A tier looks? Yay, nay, I'ma stay. I don't know. Tarbo is no longer a sub Apex. What, the mod? I didn't even know they were making one, to be honest with you. Other than when you talked about it earlier. Alright, I guess we're good with A. Alright, B tier. Who are we putting in front of B tier? I know Saraka's last. We'll probably put Aloe first. Put Aloe first. Put Stego next. Put Anno in F. No, it's in A. It's in Anno please nerf now tier because we hate it. Actually, you know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna do this and this. And I'm gonna change this to never seen or played. And we're just gonna put this here. Because I've never seen any of them. Like ever. And what's the other one I've never seen or played? Because I don't see. There's one more in here that I never yet see get played. See Duck not too often, but when I do, they do really well. I see the rest of these. And when I see these two, they died. Yeah. And we've never seen any of these guys yet, so. Yeah, there we go. And we're just going to move this a little up so y'all can see a little bit better. Or no, we don't want to move it up. That messes it up for y'all. Trying to get it to like, does that work? So y'all can see the full thing. There we go. Alright. Conka A? I don't think Conka is A tier. I put it in B tier. But I put it upper B tier. Do we think play pot? Now I'm still messing with the tier list. I'm still like fixing some things. Do we think Sarah or Conk is better? I think Sarah because I play Sarah, but I'm pretty sure Conk is a little safer with the aquatic, so I'm not sure. Do we put Sarah above or below Conk? What are we thinking? Sarah. We have one Sarah. I'm guessing BN's gonna say conk. Above. I know what you're saying, Andrew. I'm looking for somebody else to also respond. Also, hi, Dino Rambo. I saw someone called Indo Raptoid win a water tournament. What? I know, Andrew. I'm waiting for one other person to. I'm waiting to see if anyone else is responding to whether we should place it above or below. I guess we're just placing it above because there's no one else. Everyone's just kind of, yeah. Alright, well then B tier is done. Who are we putting in the front of C tier? Who are we putting at the top of C tier? Who are we putting? Out of C tier, who do y'all think is the best C tier? I'm thinking. But Conk is BN. That was so delayed. That's from earlier. Let's see. I don't know who to put first in a C tier. They're all kind of just meh. We'll put Metri. Metri's the most useful out of all of them, probably. And then we'll put Picno. And there we go. I think that's about what I'm gonna do. This is probably gonna stay the same. I don't see any changes needed with this. I kinda already made it. Alio is probably just gonna obliterate all of these guys. Yeah, and then yeah, this is about what I think. Yeah. Oh, that's tier list. I think that's what we're gonna stick with. I'm gonna screenshot it. Yeah. I don't know, just felt like making a tier list, because why not? Let's go. Path of Titans Foibles tier list. Yeah. That is, that's all, yeah. I'm going to end the stream, so that way this is saved as its own VOD, and then I'm going to restart it and probably play something else, maybe. So. But yeah. I will see y'all in like 20 minutes. Probably less than that. But I'll be right back. Bye-bye.